What's up, everybody? The Bat Fry, Kenny Fry here. Something I wanted to talk about here real quick, throw this out here. I wanted to mention on my podcast this morning, but I forgot to. Framber Valdez, screw you. if you don't know what that is, Framber Valdez, pitcher for the Houston Astros, ran into a little bit of trouble last night. He against the Yankees, bases were loaded. He's getting ready to go into the windup to pitch the ball, and his catcher waves him off, tells him to step off the mound. Framber Valdez does not do that. Instead, he throws a meatball over the middle of the plate, which turns into a grand slam. All right, so now he's pissed, as he should be. He should be pissed because he threw a ball that ended up in the seats for a grand slam. He should be pissed as a pitcher. So the very next pitch, he throws it, and he crosses his catcher up and hits his catcher right in the chest with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. And as soon as he threw the ball, hit his catcher, he turned around, walked back to the mound, and turned back around and waited for the ball to be thrown back to him, where the catcher knew he was crossed up, meaning that one pitch was called and he threw a totally different pitch, and it was done on purpose. You see the catcher look to the dugout, kind of shake his head. You see it in his face. Framber Valdez, no reaction. If you throw a 93-mile-an-hour fastball by accident, it was a mistake. It was an accident, he said. If that was an accident, he would have done something where you put the glove on top of your head, like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry," or one of those deals or whatever, or "Hey, are you okay?" No, there was none of that. As soon as he threw the damn ball, he turned around, walked to the mound. He looked up. He didn't give a shit. He knew what he did. To go out there and punk out and say it was an accident, you're a bitch, Framber Valdez. A bitch. That's what you are. That's messed up. It really is. And for some reason, it really pisses me off. I don't like Framber Valdez. I never have liked Framber Valdez. And if he was a Met, I still wouldn't like Framber Valdez. That's just the way it is. And for him to do a bitch move like that, it is messed up. Now, if it was an issue where he was pissed because the catcher told him to step off the mound, before he's getting ready to deliver his pitch, and he was pissed about that, maybe talk to your catcher, call him out, or finish the inning and get him into the dugout, and or whatever, and then settle it there. But no, you throw a 93-mile-an-hour fastball into the dude's chest, to Cesar Salazar's chest. That's what you're doing. What a douchebag, Framber